Hello, Tashi Delek. Good morning to everyone. Hope you are having an amazing day. It's Jamyang, and today I will drive to Ngachu, Biro County, which is like 500 kilometers north of Lhasa. And with this awesome chance, I will show you the local nomad's lifestyle and the most scariest monastery with lots and lots of human skulls. And through this video, you will get to know deeply about Tibetan sky burial culture, and I hope that you will enjoy my video. And now I am on the express highway from Lhasa to Ngachu, and this road has just finished last month and it is about 350 kilometers. It is a part of the road from Lhasa to Beijing, and in the past we drive the old way which takes us about 6 hours, but nowadays by this highway it only takes 3 hours, and it is really convenient. And now we are driving on the world's highest expressway, and the altitude now is about 4,800 meters. Nyenchen Tangla mountain range, and Nyenchen Tangla is 7,650 meters, but it's still in cloud now. It's in really holy snow mountains in northern part of Tibet. And after 3 hours driving, we finally arrived here at the world's highest city called Ngachu. And the altitude here is approximately about 4,800 meters. And right now I am in the central of Ngachu city. I'm gonna show you how this city looks like, okay? Now we are driving from Ngachu to Biro, which I have to drive another 250 kilometers, and it will take us approximately about 3 to 4 hours. So let's rock and roll. And he has been prostrating for more than 28 days, and really amazed me, because he's only 28 years old and he was going to prostrate to Lhasa, which will take him approximately about 2 months to reach to Lhasa. Really proud of him, because he's not only praying for himself, he is praying for every other living beings, which is really and cherished work. Amazing. And now I'm 350 kilometers far away from Lhasa. So accidentally I've seen the most scariest bridge as well. So this is the source of Salween River. I mean, it's amazing. It's a great experience. So the river here, that in Tibetan we call Ngachu, and in Chinese call it Nuzhang, and in English we call it Salween. Why we have given this name Ngachu is because we have a saying that back to 1,300 years ago, when the Chinese princess married to our king, she came along this river to Tibet. So that's why people are calling this river as Damo Monastery. Finally, after driving 3 hours, we arrived here at the most scariest and the most historical monastery of the world. You see it right behind me? So this is the most scariest monastery, okay? But before we visit this monastery, first I'm gonna go up to this village and gonna find some villagers that can help us to show this monastery. So let's see if I can find some villagers who wants to help me. I am now in this village and we are really lucky that we found the most kindest man here that was going to help us to show this most scariest monastery of the world. And as well as he also told me that his ancestors' skulls was also put it there at this monastery. So it was going to be really interesting to show you this most scariest monastery of the world. But first, I'm going to show you how Tibetan peoples here are living. They have really amazing, beautiful chapel. This gives me some different feelings. I mean, it's so clean and so beautiful in this small village. Awesome. So he have 10 children. Can you imagine that? So she is the eldest one. She is 23 years old and the other 8 are now in school. This is their winter house. In summer they used to spend most of their time in tents because they also live under animals. So his wife is at the nomadic area. So in a while we are also going there and going to show you the nomadic lives of a Tibetan. And now I am here at the nomadic area. This is their family. So this is his wife, and the face is really an original, typical Tibetan face. Ya kulus değil mi? Güzel kulus. Şey, bu. Hadi git sen. Hadi git sen.
안녕히.
Já deu certo.
Então ficou de câncer do River.
And now all his yaks are in the mountains, so we are here relaxing. And by using this time, I just want to share some of our knowledge that when Tibetan people died, we usually send the dead body to the mountains, and cut it into pieces, and then we feed them to the vultures. So this is what we call sky burial. It is our culture, so almost all the Tibetan people will do the sky burial after death, including me. I'm also going to be cut it into pieces, so I accept my death. And here, just near to his village, there is a famous sky burial site, which is quite mysterious. And today my friend will take me there, and please follow me to see how it looks like. The scariest monastery in the world, Damo Monastery, which is right behind me. And before we go to the sky burial site and the skull wall, we need to pass the monastery, Damo Monastery, the most scariest monastery in the world. Let's go and have a look first at Damo Monastery. I am here at Damo Monastery. So this monastery is really a famous monastery in Ngachu, which is northern part of Tibet. It is said that it was built by Princess Wentin in Tang Dynasty. When she passed here on the way to Lhasa, she married to our Tibet king Songtsen Gampo. And the history of this monastery, 13 years earlier than Chokhang Temple or Potala Palace. So this monastery was founded in 7th century, which have history about 1,300 years. And I will try my best to show you this monastery. Kushola kunlo khazena.
Nalo ni tengare.
Tsengala. Kusho kati chegena. Tamu kumbana tidi.
Kumbena lo chuku tene.
Chuku. Katalo ni tsem kumbu kusho cheze lo churu go.
Lo tindis ni.
Kushola kare kanje mashugwe. Kusho kana kanje mashugwe.
Tiri ni yenin todro. Yenin kan di yeka ni doina han kono jodo. Ni ni tema kono jodo dido. Han kono bote de sindo. Tutu chata chadu dine. Kalonia mi to anzo chiwa mata pa tia ji ni se.
Da xie tian.
Xia tia ji. Shuma ma cha san ni lo sa tia. Dinde ji ni se.
Da ka zhe ji yuan ne le da xi gu le se zhe wal.
Ma ka ji ni da ma sun da ji ni xi gu.
Zhe.
Dinde xi gu ni se. Dinde ma ba lo sa tia ji ni se.
Sky burial here is founded in 1820, so which is like around 200 years ago. They have founded this sky burial, and the founder of this sky burial is called Tapu Pema Benza. This part of the skull here are the oldest skull that we have here in this sky burial. So sky burial usually hold in the very early morning. So now at this time the rituals are finished, and actually we are not allowed to watch the ritual unless you are their family members, otherwise it is not respectful. Sky burial is very common in Tibet, but the sky burial here is a little bit different from other parts of Tibet. In other places of Tibet, the whole body will be given to the vultures, including bones, everything, right? But here, the skull of the dead body will be kept, and then they built a skull wall there to be blessed. This is very different local culture here in this monastery. Here we have two different sky burial. So this plate from here is the sky burial of Yamandaga. So this is the place where they do the cuttings and then feeding to the vultures. And people who die naturally, they'll do the sky burial here. If you die under weapons, or people who die under accident, or people who suicide, then they can't do the sky burial on this mandala. They must have to do the sky burial here onto this plate. This is the place where he will chop down all the bones into powder and then mix it with blood or other parts, and then they feed it to the vultures. This sky burial, we have two gates that you must have to know. This gate here is just for the dead body. The gate there is for alive people to go in and out, but this gate there is just for dead body. Finally I got it. I can see lots and lots of big holes under the skulls, and he told me that they will take the part of the skulls and then he will make the rosaries. So this rosary is actually made out of human skulls. And why they are collecting all the skulls is just because to remind that tomorrow doesn't belong to us. You know, many people think that we only die when we become old, but that's not true. Onto this wall we can see 130 skulls, and here we can see the skull of a 3-year-old boy. It was trying to tell us that time doesn't matter. Whether you are young, whether you are old, everyone have to die. So that's what it was trying to tell us. Here we can see the whole family, and he just told me that this family has died under poison. So there you can see the twins, the sister, and this is the brother, and this is the mother, the skull of the family that we can see here. Just in front of me, you can see the fresh skull that was like just few days ago, okay? Especially this one here is just 2 days ago. After the sky burial is finished, and then they have to leave it here for 49 days. And after 49 days, when the spirit was reincarnated to someone else, then they will start to put the skulls into the walls. Actually, my friend's ancestors sacrificed themselves to the vultures by doing sky burial here, and their skulls are also kept here. That's why my friends will come here time to time to make prayings. So here we can see his grandfather's skull. So he comes over here often just to pray for his ancestor. And the reason why Tibetan people do the sky burial is because Tibetan people believe in Buddhism, and we sacrifice our body to the vultures, like Buddha Shakyamuni sacrificed his body to the tiger. And it is the last and greatest kindness for us Tibetan people. And please remember that Buddha says nothing lasts forever. If you died, nothing is left. So we should cherish what we have now, and I really wish from bottom of my heart, please live happily and hopefully.